Hi, my name is Shirley. I am the rector of Christ Church Episcopal in Glen Allen, Virginia. And a few weeks ago, my stewardship committee asked whether I would be willing to share with the congregation my giving story. That's something that's happened here in the past, and since I'm a rather latecomer to this congregation, we thought it would be good for me to share my own personal story as one who gives financially of the resources that God's granted me. I suppose, like a lot of people who grew up in the church, it hadn't occurred to me to fill out that pledge card when our priest asked us to every year, until when I was 15, I had my first regular job. And I suppose that changed everything. Because suddenly this very adult conversation that had always seemed like it applied to someone else suddenly applied to me personally. Because as meager as it was, I was getting a weekly paycheck. I was one of those people who cold called folks and asked whether they would like solar panels installed in their homes. And having that weekly paycheck made me consider that I had the ability to share with the church what God had shared with me. True enough, through my own labor, but still God had made it possible for me to live, breathe, and work. And so I looked at that little green card differently than I had before. That year it just happened to be green. And when the priest in the congregation said, every person in this congregation has the ability to respond in thanksgiving to what God has shared with them, it hit me personally. And so I filled out that pledge card for the first time. But not just casually, because I came from a working class family and I was very well aware that at times in our past we'd come pretty close to homelessness. And so financial security, the instinct to save so that I would not be vulnerable to homelessness or any other tragedy, that was a strong instinct. To give away what I needed so that I could stave off the fear of not having a home, not being able to live, even at 15, was a significant obstacle. But something in what the priest was saying reached me. And it reached me like this. He said something like, give until the thing that you fear lets go of you. Give until the thing that you fear lets go of you, loses its grip on you. In other words, giving wasn't just something that I would do for the church because the church had expenses, but rather giving would free up that grasping instinct in me to hold on to preserve my own security, and instead to let go of the thing I feared, to practice letting go of the thing I feared. I won't tell you how many years ago that was, but I will tell you that I've pledged to my church ever since, because I value the practice that I get weekly and monthly of letting go of the thing I fear so that I can be free in Christ Jesus. I hope as we consider all of our promises for the year ahead and what we will financially give to Christ Church, that you will engage in this as a spiritual exercise and you will find yourself free indeed. Thanks for watching.